ownership may be getting ready to clear out the entire staff. Reports coming out this week suggest that the Haslam family, known across the NFL for having one of the shortest leashes in the league, may be getting ready to do what fans have been calling for over the past several weeks. That includes firing Kevin Stefanski, his coordinators, and possibly even the general manager. The Browns' refusal to play Shedeur Sanders, even after another stretch of embarrassing offensive showings, has become the breaking point that could finally bring down this entire regime. Alright, I want you to look at this play. How in the world did this even happen? Kevin Stefanski's press conferences have now turned into must-watch moments, but for all the wrong reasons. After another loss, this time a 27-20 defeat to the New York Jets, we can build with him. See, I think Stefanski would rather get fired than play Shedeur Sanders. ESPN Cleveland host Aaron Goldhammer said bluntly, "That's where we're at right now." And he might not be wrong. The relationship between Stefanski and the organization seems damaged. Multiple team insiders say Stefanski has pushed back against pressure from ownership, and even from some of his assistants to give Shedeur real playing time. Instead, he has doubled down on Gabriel, a choice many now view as career-ending. If this storyline feels familiar, it should. Just last season, the New York Giants collapsed publicly, a disaster that ended with Brian Daboll getting fired after a 2-8 start and constant internal issues. Daboll's downfall followed a similar pattern, a once celebrated coach undone by stubborn decisions, questionable quarterback management, and a locker room that eventually tuned him out. Stefanski's rise started the same way. He won Coach of the Year in 2020 and led the Browns to their first playoff win in almost 20 years. But 4 years later, the offense is broken. Fans are frustrated with his choices, and reports suggest the locker room is falling apart. One player, speaking anonymously, said, "Nobody knows what's going on with the quarterbacks anymore. It feels like everyone's walking on eggshells." The comparisons to Daboll are hard to ignore. Daboll refused to adjust, lost control of the situation, and stuck with a system that clearly wasn't working. By the time ownership stepped in, the Giants were a complete mess, a mess that looks a lot like the Browns today. No 0-4. At the center of this Cleveland turmoil is the Shedeur Sanders situation. When the Browns traded up to draft Sanders in April, it was supposed to be a strong push toward the future. The rookie star, coming off an exciting college career at Jackson State in Colorado, brought talent, polish, and a huge amount of excitement. He was the Big 12 Player of the Year, a Unitas Award winner, and the son of Pro Football Hall of Famer Dillon Sanders, a mix of skill and confidence that instantly energized the fan base. And after a strong preseason 214 of 23 passing, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, Shedeur vanished. No regular season snaps, not even during blowouts. Stefanski's reasoning: we're focused on Dillon's development. Meanwhile, Gabriel's numbers have been average at best: 58% completions, 167 yards per game, and an offense ranked near the bottom in scoring. Fans are angry, social media is full of #FreeShedeur, and even former Browns players are speaking up. One ex-player wrote, "If you're 2-7 and not playing your first-round quarterback, what are you even building toward?" The divide between the front office, the coaching staff, and the fans is now impossible to ignore. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam, who said in August that he definitely wanted to see both rookie quarterbacks play this season, is reportedly frustrated. Some people inside the building believe Haslam could take action as early as this week if the team keeps slipping. And honestly, Cleveland fans have seen this kind of meltdown before, just like Giants fans who flew planes over MetLife Stadium with a banner reading "Fire everyone." Browns fans are threatening to do the same. A large fan account with over 50,000 followers has already announced a GoFundMe to fly a banner over Cleveland Browns Stadium next weekend during the Ravens game. The message: play Shedeur or pack your bags. Local talk shows have turned into full-on revolt. Radio host Tony Rizzo said on Monday, "This city waited too long to have a quarterback with star power. You don't draft a Sanders and keep him locked away while we lose every week. This is insanity." National analysts are even joining in. Former quarterback Robert Griffin III tweeted, "If you're 2-7 with a struggling offense and don't give your rookie a chance, you're asking to get fired." Comments like that only highlight the dysfunction the Browns are trying to hide, sources say. Several veteran players are quietly questioning Stefanski's leadership. Amari Cooper was clearly frustrated on the sideline during the Jets game, appearing to say, "We need Shedeur." Defensive captain Myles Garrett has reportedly grown tired of constant changes without improvement. Some insiders believe he could be a trade candidate if things get worse. One assistant coach admitted privately, "The guys respect Stefanski, but they're confused. The energy is bad. Everyone is waiting for something big to happen. Even Shedeur himself is doing what he can to stay professional, but insiders say he's becoming restless. He's been locked in, doing everything right," one source said, "but it hurts him to watch the offense stall every single week." The Haslams have fired coaches quickly ever since taking over the team: Hugh Jackson, Freddie Kitchens, Mike Pettine, Rob Trudell. Now Stefanski may be the next name on that list. If ownership moves forward, it would be the 6th head coaching change in just over 10 years. But this time feels different. The Browns finally have the pieces of a future: 2 young quarterbacks, a top-tier defense, and a fan base still hoping for better. Too many observers. Stefanski's refusal to adjust, especially his refusal to give Shedeur Sanders a chance, is a sign he no longer understands where this team needs to go. NFL insiders are already naming possible replacements. Former Alabama coordinator Tommy Rees, who briefly handled play calling earlier this season, could be an interim option. Long-term names like Jim Harbaugh, Cliff Kingsbury, and even Dillon Sanders have been mentioned. Imagine that Dillon coaching his own son in the NFL. It sounds unlikely. But this is Cleveland, a franchise where chaos has become normal. As the Browns prepare for their divisional matchup with the Baltimore Ravens, the noise around Stefanski is getting louder. If the offense struggles again and the home crowd turns against him, he might not make it to Monday. In a way, it mirrors the Giants' situation. Both teams once believed they finally found stability in their coaches, only to learn that stubbornness can destroy everything in the NFL. The numbers tell the story. The Browns are 2-7, scoring fewer than 17 points per game, and look completely lost. Stefanski's choice to stick with Gabriel has upset fans, confused players, and angered ownership. If he doesn't change course soon, specifically, if he doesn't finally play Shedeur Sanders, the decision may be taken out of his hands. Cleveland's awful season now comes down to one major question: will Kevin Stefanski finally give Shedeur Sanders his chance, or will he go down protecting a system that has already failed? Because if the rumors are true and Jimmy Haslam really is ready to fire everyone, the next headline might read, "Cleveland Browns clean house after refusing to play Shedeur Sanders." And if that day comes, it won't shock anyone. It will simply be the predictable result of a franchise that once again lost sight of what hope looks like.